Hello, 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 how are you? Seán here for WhoCulture, and we have confirmation, hello by the way, and I hope you're well. We have confirmation that there is going to be a new face in the TARDIS, and for once, it's not being played by David Tennant. That we know of, that could change. You might remember that back in January, there was lots of rumours flying around about Millie Gibson leaving the show, and Varada Sethu, who we probably know from things like Andor, I'll get into that now in a second, was going to be replacing her. Well, it's not rumour anymore. Now, sorry, to be very clear before I go on, the bit that isn't rumour anymore is that Varada Sethu is joining the show. That is confirmed, that is out there, this is lovely, lovely news, because she'll be joining the show in the second season. That is due to air in 2025, presumably in May, but it would be very nice if they brought it to us sooner, because just give me all the Doctor Who that you can, please. Photos have been released now of the table read for season 2, and I mean, how lovely does this look? I want to be there. I want to be their friend. We have also agreed here as well that Ncuti Gatwa is actually too beautiful. As in, he'd be doing us a real favor if he could just be like 5% less beautiful. And just, you know, like so people like me have a chance to just exist in a world. He was clearly crafted by angels who sanitized their hands first. Okay, sorry, to the point. Varada Sethu joining Doctor Who for season 2 in 2025. She would probably at the moment be most well known for another Disney Plus series, Andor. I wonder if this is a case of Disney keeping it in the family, or is it yet another case of Russell T Davies remembering people who he's worked with in the past? It's probably the latter, because Russell worked with Varada before on a BBC production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. That, to us, is a great sign that obviously they worked well together. I mean, he'd hardly hire her if they didn't, and that they had a good relationship at the time. So hopefully that's going to be evident on screen as we go forward now into Doctor Who's second season. Varada is actually the same age as Ncuti Gatwa, and whereas Millie Gibson is 19. Now, the reason that comes into my head, first of all, is because I feel like an old relic at 36 years of age, and I feel like I'm just too old. But no, for real, I wonder what the dynamic is going to be there, because there is this obvious age difference between the three performers. Or will it come into anything at all? And also, what's it going to be like with the Doctor and 2 female companions? We had to think about it a second. I was like, hang on, has this ratio happened before? And of course it has. You know, the 5th Doctor, Nyssa and Tegan, watching Adric take his spin, for example. But I mean, that was the 1980s. So it's been a while. For myself, I do like that there's 2 companions. It's been very successful in the past when you had the Doctor and Rose, the Doctor and Donna, with just having that 1 companion. But I really like the dynamic of the Doctor and 2 companions. Amy and Rory, for example, Bill and Nardo. So it just gives more, I feel you can bring a bit more energy, a bit more variety to the TARDIS by having more people there, bouncing off each other and bringing different viewpoints and different opinions in as well. Look, the Doctor has a tendency to be right all the time, even when sometimes they're very wrong, and having 2 companions, I think, can help balance down the 2 hearts of the Doctor when they get a bit, you know. So what do we know about Varada? Her character is described as coming from a galaxy far, far away. Now look, they're referencing Andor there. Maybe we're having a bit of fun with this. Maybe is that a cheeky little reference to the fact that Varada's not from Earth? Probably not, but hey, if it does happen, we called it. What I'm now wondering is that we know she becomes a series regular in season 2. Are we going to meet her in season 1? And my gut says that yes, we will. Now, it could be the last episode of the season where she stays on in the TARDIS, becoming a regular for season 2. Or, you know, maybe we'll get a surprise like we did with Clara in Asylum of the Daleks, where we all knew Clara was going to be joining the TARDIS, but we weren't expecting her that early. And now, let's talk about Millie for a second, because we knew, based on some recent interviews that she'd given, that she was filming for season 2. So that in itself is less of a shock than the seeming confirmation that she's staying on for season 2 as well. We know that if we look at Russell's track record, trapped in a parallel universe, life completely upended, brain wiped, turned into stardust. Russell likes to kill his companions, or at least make the Doctor not be able to see them anymore. Hopefully, this means that Millie's going to have a slightly better fate than some of the ones we've seen in the past. As I alluded to earlier on, we didn't cover a lot of the stories that were coming out in January when it was, you know, oh, Millie was this and she was a diva and she was rude. And one, because none of that was confirmed and it was all effectively tabloid headlines. And we didn't really want to join in with that discussion because it was all very personal. It was all very, you know, like they were trying to attack her. One of the reasons we're so happy today is because of the nature of this announcement. It is framed in joy. It is framed that they are very much going to be a team, Ncuti, Varada and Millie, for the second season as well. And again, I mean, look, it's a lovely photo, but look how happy everyone seems to be here. Even if we get a shock departure at some point, the way that they're doing this really suggests that they want us to believe how confident everyone is with the character and this setup, how happy everyone is with that, and that it is not this nonsense that was being said online that, you know, people were falling out and things like that. Look, I would love to sit here and say to you that I've never been difficult to work with on a day's work. I would love to be able to say that, but I mean, I know that's not true. And I would not like to be judged by days when I've not brought the best version of myself out. And so I don't want that to be the conversation around this. I think that this announcement seemingly, now again, seemingly because we might be way off, but seemingly that there's going to be a core team of 3 in the TARDIS for the second season. That makes me very happy. I think it's a sort of a symbolic gesture to show that Doctor Who is growing and expanding and that we're all very, very happy about it. And again, Danny's gonna be like, Sean, could you please stop referencing the photo? But look at them smiling and look how happy they seem to be. And look, I would be remiss as well if I didn't, if I didn't say, you know, there might be some people watching this that are like, why are we talking about it? It's so early. You know, is this a spoiler that Varada's going to join the TARDIS crew as a core member? I suppose yes and no is the answer to that. Yes, in a strict sense. Although this is released information, it is out there. There will be people who will watch these videos and they don't want any kind of breakdown. And I understand that. I do. I do understand that. We are covering this partly because we're very excited and we're very happy and we want to share this with everyone. Partly as well because we don't know when we're going to get Varada. As I say, season 2 regular, but I mentioned earlier about Clara and Asylum of the Daleks, so quite frankly, she could be there in episode 1. We don't know yet. What do you think of this news? Are you excited? I am. I'm very, very excited. It's just another thing that got me looking forward to Doctor Who. Check out our other videos. We have several of the videos that have come out this week. We have discussion videos. We have news breakdowns. We have just breakdowns, really. Every now and again, we just film ourselves just breaking down. So enjoy that as well. A speedy recovery to Ellie. Hope you're looking after yourself. Everyone, make sure you're following us on the various socials at WhoCulture. I'm at Sean Ferrick and of course at Dan the Meegs. The poor man doesn't sleep. Yous are wonderful. Yous are awesome. I'll be talking to you very, very soon, and any more updates, we will bring them to you. Keep things wibbly wobbly. Thanks very much.